Hello, welcome to the live. Just want to say big up to who we got here, MCFR and Garnacho, who have tuned in right as the live has kicked off. MCFR did comment earlier. For some reason I saw it on my computer upstairs, the comments, but down here I can't see MCFR's early comments, but it doesn't really matter. Welcome to the chat. Tassif Hussein, I really don't know how to say your name. I'm really sorry about that. But either way, just want to point out a couple of things before we really get into what this stream is about, which is obvious. Read the title. But just want to point out a couple of things. So to begin, I posted a video I think yesterday or the day before. It was what does Savinho bring to City? And I can confirm that is officially the most viewed video I've ever uploaded, surpassing the previous, which was 10 months ago, literally like super early in the channel. 10 months ago, the Newcastle match review with 158. So big up to everyone who's viewed that. I do appreciate that. I'm beefing so much with Arsenal fans today. Yo, Tassif, hi. And yeah, great to hear. Never against a bit of beef with Arsenal fans. Never wrong with a good old bit of banter. But either way, yeah, I just want to say thank you for the views there. It does help, and it's actually gained me a few subs as well, which is always great. Always great. But just want to point out another thing now. Ederson, look, I thought that Al Nassr backing off meant that we were going to keep him, that we were actually going to keep a hold of him, but it's Al Ittihad now that are eyeing him up, sadly. I put a post of it on my Insta and my Twitter. So it's a shame because, look, the problem is with this, Al Nassr didn't really know what City wanted at the time. But then they bid, and then we said, no, we want this. We want 60 million. Okay, and then Al Nassr were like, whoa, too much for us. Al Ittihad are now seeing the 60 million and have gone, okay, we'll go in. That's what worries me here. It does worry me because they know what the price tag is now. There's no point going in to buy someone that you know the price for, and that you know what the case is, and you don't like, you try and negotiate down, even though another team tried that, but it just did not work. Blinkeneck, just seen that. So see, huge lag spike on my end. I really hope it's not like that for you guys. Is that a lag spike? Was that a lag spike there? It's just fixed for me, but it just froze on my face for like a good like 6 seconds. Interesting. By the way, MCFR, I know you're in Turkey, 8 p.m. here, you said. I hope your flight was well and everything like that, of course. Hope it was a-okay, smooth sailing. Just gonna get a small screen up for myself. There we go. I'm back. Welcome back from Turkey as well. Hope you're well, MCFR. Look, so should we get into the actual topics? By the way, MCFR, just to let you know, we just spoke about Ederson briefly, and I've just mentioned basically thanking everyone for making the Savinho video I posted, I think yesterday or the day before, my most viewed video ever. We're sick on my flight. Oh, unlucky MCFR. I hope I hope you feel better now that you're feeling the heat, one might say. I can never see his messages. Well, he's just posted this. Oh, okay, good. No, that's fine. Ederson saga needs to end. I don't know why we're entertaining it. Well, I know why we're entertaining it. It's because Ederson wants it. Ederson actually, it doesn't necessarily want it, but like he's not saying no to it. I think is the case, Because I mean, to be fair, why would you just outright say no with the amount of money they'll offer you? But what worries me is the fact that Al Nassr went in for Ederson and they bid 30 million. Then we said no, we want 60 million. And then Al Nassr were like, whoa, we didn't know that's what you want. Nah, get out. We're not paying 60 million. Al Ittihad have obviously seen that unfold and have gone 60 million. Maybe we can go in for that. And that's why I'm kind of worried, because they know what the price tag is now. They know what it is. And they'll probably try and negotiate that down. I hope we don't get ripped off. There's rumours about Kevin De Bruyne agreeing personal terms with Al Ittihad. Is there? I haven't seen. I don't think it's from anyone big as of yet. No Frost. Frost is always here. Yeah, but he's got a good record on the channel. He's got a good record on the channel, so I let him off this time. Saw on Sky Sports today. Okay. Let's have a look at that. That's true, though. Oh, not great. Look, there's one thing that's certain. We need to be a little bit more active. I just want a bit more activity from City. Chicken, noodles, turkey, and sauce. I hope Arsenal do awful every season, but don't know if they will. But either way, lads, we've spoken 10 minutes about that stuff. Let's get into this. So I'm sure you've already seen this screen, but this is the official travelling squad graphic made by City, of course, not by me. Yeah, this is the score here. So out of first team players, we have 10. By the way, I'm counting 10 as in Calvin Phillips, Haaland, Grealish, Ortega, Ederson, Carson, Bob, Perrone, Lewis, and McAtee. That's my 10. Obviously, you could say maybe, Oscar Bob, Maxime and Perrone's barely played for the first team and stuff like that. You could say that stuff, to be fair, and you wouldn't necessarily be wrong. So I'm just being a bit generous there to the first team numbers. By the way, Liverpool lost 1-0 to Preston North End. Yeah, I did see that. I wouldn't read too much into that though. Yeah, I wouldn't read too much into that, of course. And I wouldn't read too much into preseason on a whole. If we get battered 3-0 against Celtic, obviously a bit embarrassing for us. I don't want to get battered 3-0. But if we do, it was like when we lost the FA Community Shield 3-1 to Liverpool. I wasn't sweating over it. It was a discouraging performance, but I wasn't sweating over it because the Community Shield I count as like a semi-preseason game. It's nice if you win it. Of course it is. But if you don't win it, it's bleh. It's like get over it quickly. It's not like the FA Cup. By the way, Man U did not lose to Rangers. Yeah, you won 2-0, didn't you? I know Diallo scored. I know that fella you signed had a debut. But academy players, Tiki's not been firm enough. All these outgoings are his fault if they happen. You see, Donut's worrying. Okay? Donut is a little bit worrying. I'm seeing outgoing, but not for the players that need to go out. Ederson. And we do see Ederson outgoing. We do see rumours about the KDB outgoing, and someone just said then he's agreed personal terms, apparently. We know KDB's not going. You know, he said it himself. But, you know, we're not hearing enough about the Calvin Phillips. I haven't seen a single post from like Fabrizio, I don't think, this summer on Calvin. Saw a lot of rumours about Everton going in for him, but nothing else. You know, I've seen a lot of rumours about Alvarez. Whether you think Alvarez is going to be striker or not, you must accept that he's a good option off the bench, a really good option. And then the incomings as well, there's not enough going on there. Sure, Savinho is a great signing, but we knew that was happening in February. We had the here we go ages ago, you know? Nah, don't worry about it, MCFR. It's absolutely fine. Casemiro to Man City? Hope not, lad. I can't believe you guys put him on a 5-year deal when he was like 30, by the way. That was crazy. Look, there are academy players here. There's some that you could obviously, you know, keep a keen eye on. James McAtee, obviously a pretty good player. I can see him leaving though this summer because he's like 21 or 22 now. He's not going to be like an academy youngster forever. In fact, I think he's too old to play in the academy now. I think. Don't take my word for it. Look, I'm not an academy whiz here. I don't watch the games. Most I'll see is City highlights every now and then. Is Phillips still here? I think that's shocking, by the way. I think Phillips should have been gone by now. It's not often that City do business in like January of a transfer window. And I mean proper business. You know, when we signed Alvarez in January, that was a signing that was coming in the summer. When we signed Echeverri in January, Echeverri isn't joining until 2025. When we signed Perrone remained out until he came back, didn't play, and then went on loan. We never do serious business in January, but Calvin Phillips leaving on loan is technically serious business. Cancelo's still here. Cancelo needs to get cleaned up before, because at this point, say you don't want to let him go without a fee, but you are losing time to get a fee. There will just come a point where he's just going to run his contract now. I need to go now. Phone needs charged by. Yeah, Phillips, Cancelo, whether you have faith or not in Nunes or not, I don't know, but him as well. You know, there's not enough talk going on there. I'm just trying to spot Callum Doyle. I know he did well with Leicester last season. Micah Hamilton obviously scored that goal for us in the Champions League last season. Wilson Esbrand and Mbete have been around the squad for a while now. I saw them play live when I went to watch City Wickham 6-1 like 2 years ago. Stream tomorrow too. Hopefully. Yep, hopefully. I can confirm that I will be doing post for my dog. Frost Sherry, lad. Knew we couldn't go a whole stream without you. Community Shield prediction. Gonna have to wait for it, lad. No spoilers. No spoilers. Welcome to the chat, though, Frost Fury. Big up to you. By the way, guys, I know you've probably already seen the community tab, but if you've got any suggestions on the bloopers, put them into the new bloopers post. I've given a little update on that. It is officially being worked on. I've started compiling clips. I just need more, you know, because I want to hopefully have about a 5-minute video. You know, just for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes to get a couple laughs in. And I've already got a few of the iconic moments. MCFR baiting me, voice crack, me mum kicking the camera, stuff like that. So if you've got any others, please put them in that post. There's a full update there letting you know on the situation. All the trolls. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, look, I don't really know a lot about the academy, but I am excited to see. I'm excited to see what the academy has to offer. Vardiol and Kovacic are going to join the preseason squad, by the way. I think they're going to join like halfway through, though. I'm not too sure. City said like the second leg, so I'm going to guess that's like our final 2 games or something like that. Moving on, though. Boom. Expectations. It's on the thumbnail. It's on screen. And these are just a couple of things to expect. Lots of rotation. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the starting 11 is very different every time. You know, it could easily change from the goalkeepers to the strikers. That is preseason for you. The 11s don't often stay the same. And also, even like at half time, you know, subbing on a completely different set of players, you know, almost having a new 11 out. There were like 10 bloopers in the City v United home stream. Yeah, I have been scanning through that one, trying to look for iconic moments there. I said a bad word. When? Connect gets banned from his own channel. Wouldn't that be mental? Yeah, first team. I do suspect that the first team frequently playing in preseason is pretty likely, considering that, well, Haaland, Grealish, Phillips, they haven't played in a while, especially Phillips. You know, became a bit of a bench warmer for West Ham. So I do expect to see them a lot because they're the main team and they need to. Oh wait, yes. Sorry, yeah, didn't catch on to MCFR's. No, it's a Frost Fury's post. But they are quite. The first team will be rusty. 2 and 3 do lead into each other a bit. Why did you sign Phillips? When he left Leeds, he wasn't actually bad, but he joined us, needed to get surgery, went to the World Cup squad, came back overweight. Every time he played for us, he was uninspiring. The following season, he couldn't. Every time he played, couldn't be trusted. Could not be trusted. And now when he's gone to West Ham, I thought he'd do all right there. You know, I thought it was just maybe he needs the move away. Gets sent off at one point, costed goals, just really not doing it. Nah, Phillips has got to go. He's had 2 seasons. Look, for me, you've got a 2-season bedding in period. Now, I'm not saying you can have a poor first season and then you have to get 30 goals, 10 assists in your second season. I'm talking improvement. Jack Grealish first season versus Jack Grealish second season. Jack Grealish didn't get tons of GNA. It's not like he had a 30 GNA season in his second season. But the performances were so much better from his first season. It was just, they were incomparable. That is why Jack Grealish deserved to stay. You know, I've said it about Doku. Doku last season, he was up and down at times, but this season, he's had a season to bed in. Going into the next season, hopefully there's a bit more confidence around him. He doesn't have the new signing pressure around him. That pressure will be on someone like Savinho now. It's probably an awful pressure to feel on yourself, but it's just a pressure you have to deal with. But anyway, back onto this. The first team frequent featuring and them being visibly rusty. So if you do see Grealish misplacing a couple of passes sloppily, losing the ball sloppily and stuff like that, obviously be frustrated because you're supporting your team. But also be a bit like, blinking heck. But have a bit of understanding that Jack Grealish hasn't played since... He was a bit on the bench a bit at the end of last season, wasn't he? So he probably hasn't played since like May. Almost about 2-ish months since he last played a full game of football. Grealish was at football at home. The exact thing I'm talking about there. A game like that. And even when we played Southampton. Villa Grealish, Now, I would like to say Villa Grealish and I think Man City Grealish aren't super different. Okay, hear me out. The reason why I say that is because Jack Grealish of Villa got given the freedom to do whatever he liked. He was allowed to cut in every time he dribbled forward, have a shot from the edge of the box, and he'd score loads of bangers. And fair play to him, he was really good at it. But when you're at City, you're a lot more restricted because we like to control the game a bit more, you know, and obviously have a fair shot at the edge of the box from time to time, as long as you're not absolutely belting it every time you get the chance. We're a lot more controlled, so Grealish doesn't get those GNA because of that. I wouldn't be surprised if he did go back to Villa, let's say he went back this season, and he sort of starts getting tons of GNA again. I don't think that's because Villa's his home and, you know, he just needed to be back at Villa Park, you know, stuff like that. It's just he gets given that freedom back, supposedly. If it's Dean Smith, then definitely. Potential outgoings, look, just mentioned Ederson going. For all we know, Phillips will be on his way. For all we know, certain players will be on their way. We don't really know at the moment. The outgoing situation, it is really only Ederson we're hearing about, frequently anyway. We're not really hearing about others. Sergio Gomez has already gone, of course. Man United will win every trophy. You can't win all of them. Can't win Champions League. You definitely can't win the... can you win the Prem? Liverpool, Arsenal, City. Maybe not this season, but maybe you have a shot next season. But who am I to talk? And the Academy. Look, I think if anyone's going to be fired up for this preseason, it is the Academy. I think Academy preseason is always a time for the Academy players to feel like they probably have something to prove, something they can, something as almost like a spotlight to shine in. What have I just read? What are these posts? When did we beat Celtic 6-3? Oh, these are your predictions. What a numpty. What a numpty. (6-3) Celtic, Blinkeneck, 2-1 Milan, 4-1 against Barca, 4-2 Chelsea, 3-2 United. Okay, goal fests at least. I won't be falling asleep at midnight, I guess. By the way, we'd just like to say preseason streams, they're probably going to start, they probably won't start half an hour before the game. I won't lie. They're probably going to start a bit closer to the time the actual game kicks off, just because I've got to conserve a bit of energy for it. You know, I can't, it's going to be tough. It really is. I'm going to try my absolute best there. Preseason for us not playing. Unlucky lad, still recovering from the injury that kept you out of the Euros, but you'll be back for the next season of AC Milan, no doubt. But that's really all I've got to cover here on the expectations. Don't think if we do sign anyone, don't think like they're going to join on the preseason, because they probably won't unless they didn't play in the Euros or Copa America. So, yeah, that's probably not going to happen. So if we do sign Kimmich, then he's not going to join. He's not going to join the preseason. Danny Olmo as well, who I'm guaranteeing we don't get, sadly. That as well. So, yeah. Don't be expecting many incomings into this squad. If there will be incomings, it will be players that are already in the team, already City players. I doubt we're going to see Savinho, which is a shame, but it could be worse. I guess we're going to have to be excited to see Savinho when we play Man United on FA Community Shield. I am excited for that. What else? What else have I got? Also, if we do lose games, don't take it to heart. You know, obviously it's going to be like, oh, I stayed up for that. But don't take it to heart. That's all I'll say. You know, I remember 17-18 season, 100 points in a season, most ever in the Premier League. Pre-season, we lost 2-0 to United. So, you know, pre-season, don't take it to heart. Just have a fun time with it. That's really all I can suggest. And if you're staying up watching it, absolutely good luck to you, because it's going to be tough. I say this, but this is what MCFC TV had to do every day. You know, crazy. But either way, thank you all for tuning in. I've appreciated the support massively recently. You know, the video the other day did amazingly well. For a YouTube video, I don't really have super high expectations for them. But this one is officially my most viewed upload. Now, guys, I know I've said it like twice already in the stream, but community tab, any suggestions you've got for the bloopers, go put them there. Because they will be, if you do suggest, I'm going to try my absolute best to add them. I've already gotten a decent handful at the moment, but there is definitely more needed. But either way, thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Really, really do. For MCFC TV was coming back. Yeah, he's posted like a couple of I'm back streams, but he keeps missing them. Maybe he just keeps forgetting. Maybe he is on the way back, but he's just still a bit busy. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate the support. And yeah, onwards and forwards towards pre-season, boys. And obviously preview for the game on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one.